May 1st, self-worth and service. Being involved in service makes me feel worthwhile. When most of us arrived in Narcotics Anonymous, we had very little self-worth left to salvage. Many members say that they began to develop self-esteem through being of service early in their recovery. Something just short of a miracle occurs when we begin to have a positive impact on others' lives through our service efforts. Most of us don't have a lot of experience, strength, or hope to share at 30 Days Clean. In fact, some members will tell us in no uncertain terms that what we can do best is listen. But at 30 days, we do offer something to the addict just coming into the rooms of NA, struggling to get 24 hours clean. The very newest NA member, the one with only the desire to stop using and none of the tools, can hardly imagine anyone staying clean for a year or 2 years or 10. But he or she can relate to those people with 30 Days Clean picking up a key tag with a look of pride and disbelief emblazoned on their faces. Service is something that is our unique gift, something that no one can take away from us. We give and we get. Through service, many of us start on the sometimes long road back to becoming productive members of society. Just for today, I will be grateful for the opportunity to be of service. I'm Herb the Addictaholic. This is just for today. And I went to my very first meeting while I was in treatment, inpatient. And at that very first meeting, I was asked to lead, and I had no idea what that meant. They handed me a piece of paper that had an outline, and they just told me to read. And when it gets to the point where I'm to share, I go ahead and share for 10 to 15 minutes. So I did that. And I felt at the time, I was telling a great story that nobody's heard. But of course, everybody has heard the stories or had their own stories that are similar or worse, and the thing is, I only had at that time, the experience, the wreckage, the darkness, the place that I came from. I was new to recovery. I was new to treatment. I was new to all of this, the program, so I didn't have the strength and hope yet. And so in retrospect, I just shared 10 to 15 minutes of darkness. But it was where I was at the time. And so it was truth, and it came from the heart. And some people needed to hear it to realize or remember where they had been. So I was of service to those people by reminding them, where they came from and how far they've come. So at that meeting, I continued to go regularly, and I picked up the literature commitment, and I was of service in that sense, and then in the treatment center, I started to become of service, not just with our assigned duties, because we had, cleaning duties and stuff like that, but also, when it came to other people reading, working programs, like I developed little study groups, or, I would help somebody organize some of their thoughts, and, just however I could help my fellow, members in treatment. And then, shortly after getting out, I got commitments at other meetings. And then slowly but surely, gained more responsibility until I was a GSR, a group service rep, and I attend area meetings. Then I joined H&I panels, and I started going out and speaking on panels, on my time, where I've got a family, I've got a job, I've got all kinds of other stuff. But I feel like going out and letting people know that this program works, and explaining, a little bit of how it works, and then showing some of the fruits of the labor, so to speak, that's being of service, and so I help cook at the pancake breakfast, for the local area NA, and I show up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, and help cook and prepare breakfast for hundreds of people. I'm not saying any of this to boast. I'm just letting you guys know that being of service helps me feel better about myself, helps me get out of my head, helps me give back what was so freely given to me, and all these things we do in this program it's highly suggested. I take every suggestion seriously, and I work those suggestions, and it's done wonders for me. So I am of service today, not only in the program, but to my family, the job. I'm an electrician, so I do work locally with the residents that I live near. A bunch of veterans. A lot of them uh, are in wheelchairs or on crutches, or they can't do certain things. So I'll do some electrical work. They pay for the parts, and I do the labor for free. And again, not looking for an attaboy or a pat on the back or look at this guy, he's so great. Like, I don't even care about any of that. I just, knowing that these people got some stuff done, they could turn on a light in the bathroom and it doesn't flicker, makes me happy, and it fills me with a sense of joy to be able to do that for somebody else, and not expect anything in return. I don't need no monetary, reimbursement. Like, just live your life, be happy. And helping you makes me happy, and so that's what I do these days, and it's great. So thank you guys for coming out. Hope to see you tomorrow. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.